Hello and welcome back to the Bright Light Tribe Builders YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about staying organized, and this is a skill all in itself, but if you have some good parameters in place and systems for you to be able to stay organized, it's going to help you keep a really great track of your time and be the most efficient with your time possible. And that's what we really want for you. So my goal for you is, if you are that mom that only has an hour a day to work this, or that dad or that full-time employee, I want you to be so prepared that that hour a day that you have to work this, that you are focused on making it super efficient and that you're spending that full hour on income producing activities and not wasting it on anything else. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is having two separate notebooks. This is what I found that helps me the most. And the first notebook is just a 1-inch binder. And the first notebook is going to have all the systems and files from the Bright Light Tribe Facebook page. Okay, so make sure that you're going to the Files tab and that you are downloading and printing those out. And so you're just going to buy a three-hole punch, and you are going to print out and put those systems in here. So I have the event slides, I have the systems in here. You can see I have my list in here. So systems and list in one notebook, okay? And we're just gonna go through organizing your list. So your list is your business, and we kind of talked about this in the skills and systems videos. If you haven't looked at those yet, make sure, it's super important that you go through and watch those videos. They're only anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes long each, okay? Now let's go ahead, let's talk about building out that list. So again, from the skills and systems, we want to be fishing from a big pond, not a small pond, okay? So we want a big sample size versus a small sample size. And I have my list organized this way. I have my list of all my prospects that I'm reaching out to for the online calls, and that's a separate list. So these are all the people that I'm going to reach out and invite to the online calls, okay? And then I also have a either interested and attended. So as we're going through the online calls, I'm going to be checking off if they're interested and checking off if they've attended. And then the next list I have is for in-home presentations or local events, so people that live in my local area, okay? And then the same thing is checking off if they're interested in attending the event and if they've actually attended. Now the next list I have is beauty professional. So these are going to be for my professional direct asks, and you can find that file tab in the Files tab of the Bright Light Tribe Builders. And you are going to decide on what niche that you want to reach out to the most. So that could be the beauty industry, that could be health and wellness, that could be moms, that could be teachers. You decide what's going to be the best niche for you, based on you personally and also our hero products. So for example, I am reaching out mostly to beauty professionals And I'm also going to be reaching out to health and wellness professionals because I was a personal trainer for 9 years. So I have a lot of great connections in that area. And again, I have a separate one for beauty professionals, and I'm just checking if they are interested or not. And what's also important to note that I have these lists written out to 100 names on all of them. And the idea is that I'm going through all of these names first. And then once I get through with these names, then I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna find more people to talk to. So again, just making sure that we're not talking to the same 20 people and we're increasing our sample size. And then the next list that we have is people that are interested and are no's. So I basically have relaunched just recently. So these are just the no's, my most recent no's that I've gotten. And so again, I'm just listing them down, and I'm also putting that date because if you remember from our skills and system overview that our no's are just a no, not yet. Doesn't mean it's a no forever. So we are circling back with those people every 3 months. So that's why I'm just putting that date down. Again, you can use Penny app for your follow-ups, but I am a pen and paper girl. Okay? So we have our no's list, and then we have our interested list. And these are people that have expressed interest in either the products or the business, and I have listed here if they're both business or just products. And then I also should be putting the date of the month that I was reaching out to these people so that I have an idea of when I'm following up. And then again, interested people, you're following up with them a little bit more frequently. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months. And then something that I'm also tracking is I'm keeping a list of people that I have talked about going to coffee to so that they don't get lost in the mix. And so when I'm thinking of those people that I want to reach out and schedule a coffee date or a connection call with, then I can go to my appointments to schedule list, and I already know the people that I have had coffee with, I've had that connection date with, and the people that we've talked about it, but we haven't done it yet. So I know which people to go to. So again, this first notebook is going to be all of the systems, the skills and system, the direct ask, invite script, the in-home and opportunity call scripts, and the social media system. So systems and lists are going in this notebook. Okay. Now for our next notebook. This notebook is going to be for your 90-day action plan. And I'll put the link in the video below. And this is I'll show you 90-day action plan. We were doing this 90-day action plan for this fall of 2021. And we're using the Australia version because, quite frankly, I'm just obsessed with it. And you will too once you actually take a look at it and print it out. So print this out. You can go to Kinko's or FedEx, make it happen, black and white, color, doesn't matter. So we have our 90-day action plan in here. We are filling out our 90-day action plan. Changing the date to fit the 90 days that you're about to start. And then going to the planner section. So going to my planner, you'll see that in your 90-day action plan once you print it out. And marking off the date. So we're about to do ours in September of 2021. Okay, so at the beginning of each 4-week period, each 30-day blitz is what they call it, I have my 4-week game plan printed out that explains to you how to set and track your LIA goals so that you're actually hitting your LIA goals, that leader in action. Okay, so you see it shows a complete breakdown of how to reverse engineer that goal so you know what you're going for each week. And then I have the actual leader in action form printed out here. And then this is beautiful because you can actually track your activities, and what you track is going to grow. So even if it's low numbers now, zeros, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep tracking, those numbers are going to grow over time, but you have to track in order to see that growth and to see the areas that you need to work on. So then this next part of this is I have my daily activity checklist, and I have them printed out from Monday through Saturday. So I have 6 of them printed out. And these are what the activities you're going to be doing every single day. We're gonna go into this in greater detail in another video coming up. So 6 of these printed out. If you want to, you can print out 1 and just laminate it. But for me, I'm printing out 6 so I can date them. And then just repeating that. So it's gonna go into week 2. Okay, and then you're gonna do another 6 for Monday through Saturday. And you're just gonna repeat that for the full 90-day game plan. So you're gonna make sure for each month that you have your LIA sheet, and that for each week you have your daily activity checklist, and for each 4 weeks you're going to have your LIA sheet, and you're going to have the 4-week game plan printed out so that you know how to reverse engineer your LIA goal that you set for yourself for that 4 weeks. You're gonna be tracking this. And then for the 4 weeks, for each week blitz, you are printing out those daily activity checklists so that you can mark off the activities that you do every single day. And that you know how to work your business every single day. And you have a plan. Okay. Now, so the next part of this, staying organized, we talked about our 2 notebooks. Just 1-inch notebooks here. Now we can talk about just some extra things that you could be doing to help you along your way to stay organized and make sure that you're getting closer to your goals. So the first one is the 100 goal notebook. Now this is something that I got from Susan Sly, some of her trainings that she teaches, and basically what you're going to do is you're writing out a list of goals, and they say that 10% of the goals that you list will happen, will come true. So that's why we're listing out all these different goals. I'm up to 83 right now, and it's just going to be a continuous process, and you can continue adding goals in here. Another thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to have a section of this notebook where I'm keeping track of and just writing out the vision that I have for each of my teammates, for each of my builders, and the vision that I want to see come to pass for each of those people. And that is something that I got from Miss Erica Hess. Okay, now our planner. So we have our daily activity checklist. Now what we're doing with this planner is, and this is just something that I recommend doing, you're gonna write out your 3 wins for that day, or the 3 wins for the day before, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be related to isogenics. It can be something to do with, maybe you woke up with your alarm clock without having to press snooze a bunch of times. Maybe you lost 2 pounds. Maybe you have more energy. Maybe you got to work on time today. It could be about anything, isogenics related and non-isogenics related. So 3 wins at the top. And then what you're grateful for, write it out, okay? Same thing, it can be anything. It could be that you have a roof over your head, that you have family and friends that love you. It could be your dog. It can be your spouse, your friends. It could be the isogenics opportunity and the nutrition. It could really be anything. So just writing out some things that you're grateful for. And then your affirmations. So here's a couple examples of what your affirmations can be. I am healthier and wealthier and more fit today than I was yesterday. That is a new one for me that I'm going to be continuously writing. I am healthier, wealthier, and more fit today than I was yesterday. And another one you can do is you can put down, I'm getting to blank rank by, and then the date. So just your affirmation is, I'm getting to this rank, and then set a deadline. And another thing you can do with these affirmations is you can put in front of it that I'm so grateful now that I am healthier, wealthier, more fit today than I was yesterday. Another thing I do with my affirmations, so I have a lot of affirmations that I do every single day, but I don't want to take the time to write all of them out. So what I've done is I've taken sticky notes, and I have all my affirmations written out on my desk. So you can see some of my sticky notes right here. These are a lot of my goals and just phrases to remember. So some of them are, whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, enthusiastically act upon, must inevitably come to pass. I got that from the Michael Klaus podcast. It has my 90-day income goal, formula for success, 6 figures equals 40 cycles a week, why not me, speed of the leader, speed of the pack, $500 an hour rule, just meaning that if you want to be a millionaire, you're making $500 an hour, meaning that every single hour that you're not working, that's what you're missing out on. And then for my affirmations, for my sticky notes, I'm going to read through them, and you can just kind of take whatever affirmations that you like for yourself. And another thing that I learned in a program that I took was that you want your affirmations to be, you want some of those affirmations to be what you currently don't believe in yourself. And you're rewiring your brain to believe positive, healthy thoughts about yourself and about your life. So it could be, let's say, for example, that if you don't believe that you are hardworking or that you lack work ethic. So something you could say is, I am a hard worker and I am committed. I believe in myself. Okay, so I'll just read through mine again. Make your own, and you can feel free to take any of these that you want. I am healthier, wealthier, and more fit today than I was yesterday. I am kind, a peacemaker, high integrity, coachable, hungry, willing, servant, leader, influential. I am attracting people in great numbers with ease who are kind, peacemakers, high integrity, coachable, humble, hungry, willing, servant leader, influential. I am ambitious. I am a badass. I am disciplined. I get shit done. I achieve my goals. I'm so grateful now that I earn over $10,000 a week in my Isogenics business by August 2022. And then I also have a picture of the Top Achievers trip on my desk as well. And I just have it down that I will be a top achiever by this date. And then the last part of this is the 3 essentials. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to write down the 3 essentials that you need to get done no matter what. And you're going to write them in priority. So the first priority for your 90-day action plan should be getting the daily activity checklist done every single day. And that should be that muscle that you're building, and that consistency muscle is doing that daily activity checklist every single day. So that should be 1 for your 3 essentials. And then the second and third essential is completely up to you. So for example, for me, one of my essentials is getting these YouTube trainings done for you. And another essential is making it to Momentum Mondays with Susan Sly, and making Kelly's Power Hour on Monday. Maybe one of your essentials is batching reels for social media, or it could be also practicing the presentation. Okay, so your 3 essentials that you want to get done, and then prioritize from most important to least important. So you're getting that most important essential done first thing. So just to recap on the planner: 3 wins, what you're grateful for, written affirmations, also reading out the ones that you have with your sticky notes, and then your 3 essentials for that day. And then the last piece of the puzzle is going to be a planner, a calendar for you to track. So I used to have a calendar on my desk, a desk calendar that I liked for a while, but I just like this a little bit better because it's just a little bit cleaner. And this is called the Happy Planner. So the Happy Planner, and that way you are marking off dates for everything. So some of the dates that you might mark off in here is when to start inviting for challenges coming up, and some other dates you can mark off your team call each week, power hours to make, the book clubs, whatever you have going on. You're just blocking off those times and dates so that you can keep really organized with your schedule and you're not missing anything. And that's how you're going to make sure that when you have your dates already in here that you need to block off, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to say no to things. Sometimes when you aren't completely clear on the dates and the dates of the important things that you have going on that are going to continue pushing you towards your goals, then it's easier to say yes to activities when you were supposed to have that scheduled time in. So again, marking off when to start inviting for your challenges coming up, dates on those, dates on your power hours, dates for team calls, and dates for opportunity calls and in-home presentations in your area. Okay, so that is the Happy Planner version. And then my last recommendation is going to be having a specific work area that you always go to. So in the beginning, you might not have your own desk, but you need a space in your home that is where you go to work your Isagenix business, so that you can stay focused. And you want it to be clean and organized, so that the whole goal, my friends, is if you have an hour a day to work your business, you only have an hour a day, and that's going to be a lot of you. A lot of you are going to be working, you're going to be working full-time jobs, and you're going to be busy moms with lots of kids running around. So you want to be so organized that when you have that 30-minute block, that 30-minute block is spent on income-producing activities from the daily activity checklist, and that you're spending that full 30 minutes on your IPAs, and that 30 minutes isn't being wasted. And that's how you're going to grow your income here in Isagenix, is through the IPAs and that time that you're putting into it. So again, I have a clean desk area. I wish I could keep it organized. I have a couple of files underneath here, and I will usually notice things that no longer serve me or that I'm not really using, and I throw it away immediately. And I just try to keep the energy, because if it's chaotic, then you're going to feel chaotic, and a confused mind takes no action. So being organized is going to help you be crystal clear, so that you are being efficient and that you know what you're doing, and it's going to help you to have confidence in yourself and what you're doing, and confidence in you achieving your goals, and it's going to cause progress during this whole time. All right, and that is it, my friends. You can comment below and let me know what your takeaways are, and if you have any questions whatsoever, and make sure that you are getting this to your team, and I will see you all at the next training video.